Hello gang, Merlin Don on the mic, and today we will analyze mirror match in the locals in Zurich, Tits against Tits. So we go second, the Tits on the right side or our opponent goes first, and with one Don he doesn't have anything to play, so he didn't find Lafitte or This Is My Era, and on our 2 Don turn we play our Doku and we pass the turn to him. So he's now at 3 Don, he plays a Lafitte, he searches, he finds that This Is My Era. It seems that at the start he missed his pieces, maybe he had some bricks, and then he immediately plays also the This Is My Era for 1 Don, and he grabs a card. So then he attacks and we take, of course, we take the first life, and this is our turn now. We are at 4 Don. We attack him for 6 because we attached also 1 Don to our leader. He takes the first hit. Now he's at 4 life as well. And then for 1 we play our stage. And we use also the stage in order to start recycling our cards. We ditch Doku. Then we take the first 3 cards, of course, and we on the mirror match, guys. One important card is, of course, Tits, because if you manage to reach the end game, then it's like the player with the most Tits is almost always wins. So we grab here the Tits and we play another Doku with the remaining 2 Dons. Why? Because if he kills our first Doku, then we get to get a card and also to have another Doku on our field. On his turn, he's now at 5 Don. He plays a Lafitte and he searches with his Lafitte. Then he attacks us with 6k. Now he's searching on the cards, and I'm also thinking about what he's gonna do. So he decides to kill our Doku. Of course, we take that hit, and then he plays a Doku. From the on KO effect from Doku, we get to draw a C gun, and we are now at 6 Don. And the opponent has a Lafitte, which is reset on the field, and a Doku. At this point of the game, on the 6th Don, we have 2 more turns to start playing our Titches, and as you can see here in my hand, we have a 10 cost Titch, we have a Laboon, we have a Stronger, we have a Seagun, we have another Lafitte, we have another Stronger, and a Van Agur. It's really great when you play mirror matches, because you always have many cards. So I use the stage here first to start recycling and having more cards for my in my graveyard for my Jesus. I grab another 2k here, and I got only 3 cards now on the graveyard, so I need 1 more to start buffing my Jesus. And I was like, okay, now we are at 6 Don. Let's do the following. First, we will hit this Lafitte, and we KO this Lafitte, and then we play for 5 Don. The Van Agur -3 to the Doku, and then we KO this Doku with our own Doku. And for the remaining 1 Don, we play a Lafitte. Now it's the turn of our opponent. He's at 7 Don. We managed to control the board. So first he uses stage to grab 1 card, then he hits with his leader our Doku. We gladly take that hit because we get to draw 1 card. Now, as you can see in my graveyard, we have 4 cards, so our Jesus is +1, and we do have 3 Dokus in our graveyard. And this is the turn when he plays with the remaining Don, 1 Jesus Burgess and a blocker, a Vasco. So it's now our turn. We are at 8 Don. We need 1 more turn to start to be able to start chaining Blackbeards if we want to. So first we search and we grab a black hole, as you can see, because of course we want to clear the board. So this is our priority. We don't want to start chaining Blackbeards if the opponent has a white board. So we use 1 Don to search, and we use 4 Dons here to KO these birds before he starts or before he becomes, let's say, huge obstacle for us in order to win. So we do have another black hole in our hand, and we're happy about it because it's always great to have black holes when you play against a Blackbeard in order to be able to KOing the Jesuses. Then we hit him with 6k with our Van Agur, he takes, he's now 3 life, and then we attach 1 Don to our leader, we attack him again with 6k. And at that point he's considering, okay, should I take a life or counter that with 2k or blocker, and he takes, he's now down at 2 life. We're still pretty healthy with 3. Then we play another Lafitte, we search, we keep searching, we grab a Jesus, and we chill because we have 3 targets for him before he goes for our life. And if he decides to go for our life, then we get 2 free cards in every turn. But of course he targets our first Lafitte with his leader, and we give him that. We have another Lafitte, and we do have a Van Agur also. Then he plays a stronger, and do a -2 to our Van Agur. Now our Van Agur is instead of 5 cost, 3 cost. And at that point he ditches a Laboon, and he draws a card. And then he plays a Seagun, he KOs our Van Agur, we get to draw one card from him being KO'd, and he still has 4 Don left, and he plays Laboon, and he ends his turn. Now he has Laboon, he has a blocker. The first thing that we do is we are at 10 Don, but we don't want to start chaining Blackbeards because of course our opponent will have Blackbeards, and the first one, I think if you ask me, the second player that plays Blackbeard has an advantage because we always get to negate and freeze the first Blackbeard. So here we start searching, of course, with our Lafitte, then with our states. Even if we are at 10 Don, we want to control the board and start establishing some bodies before we start using our teaches. And of course here we hit a teach. Unfortunately the second teach goes to the bottom of our deck, but we do have 2 teaches. We do have an answer if he starts chaining Blackbeards, and he's also at 2 life, which is also positive for us. So at this point of the game I was like, okay, you know what, I will control the board. So I still have 2 remaining Don here. What I will do here is I will first play Jesus, and then I will KO with using a Seagun or a finger pistol, if you want the English translation, your Laboon. I do that, and my Jesus is now at plus 3k, guys. He's at plus 3k. Now our opponent is also at 10 Don. But we do have a Jesus, and he has a blocker. We have we also have here how is it called, a Lafitte. But our opponent does not play a 10 cost teach at this point. He plays a black hole, and he KOs our Jesus, and then he goes 7 to our life. We take, or 6 is that, or no, 7, and then he plays his own Jesus. Then he plays his own Jesus, and now the board has turned. Of course, we have 3 life, he has 2, but we have a Lafitte on the field, and with the Lafitte we keep searching. We start searching. We take a Van Agur with this Lafitte search. We hit him, and he takes. So he's now down at 1 life. And now for the remaining 9 Don that we have, we play a Jesus, and we KO his Jesus by playing a third black hole here. You see how strong black hole is in this mirror matchup, and why, in my opinion, you need in this meta in OP09 to play at least 3 of them so that you will be safe on the mirror matches. Our Jesus are also now buffed at 4 plus 4, so he has now 9k attack, and our opponent is down to 1 life. If he does not have a black hole, another black hole in his hand, then what he should do is, or there are two possibilities. One is to go white here, or to try to go white here. The second one is to start blackbearding me. But if he does that, as you can see in my hand, I do have 3 Blackbeards who wait for him to start using him. And here he goes. He goes Blackbeard, he freezes my Jesus, and now it's my turn. Of course, his attack with his Blackbeard, we don't take that, we use a counter, and we draw another Jesus here. We draw another Jesus, but at this point, because we do have 3 teats, of course we will use our teats. We will freeze his teats, and now it's his turn. Now it's his turn. He attacks us with 5 with his leader. I will block that with my leader. I don't want to even give him a counter here at this point. And he goes for his second hits. He freezes my Jesus. He freezes my Jesus again at this point. And of course, it's like, you know what? If you wanna start chaining Blackbeards, I'm up for it. This is my second Blackbeard, and I will now negate one of your Blackbeards and move on to the match. My Jesus is now freezed, and I'm considering now hitting with my 10 cost Blackbeard or not. And I was like, okay, you know what? I have 3 life. I will attack you, and he blocks and gives me 1k. Counter. Or no, he decides there to take, because the first hit, he blocks the first hit from my leader, and then he takes the second from Blackbeard. He's now 0 life, and he has only 2 cards. If I see correctly, or 3 in his hand. So now it's his turn. This is our hand. We have plenty of cards. He has only some cards on his hand, and he's considering now of attacking me. He attacks me, of course, with his Blackbeard. So a 12k hit here, and he plays his 3rd Blackbeard. So it's like 3 Blackbeards against 2 Blackbeards at the moment. So he freezes again. Now he freezes one of my Blackbeards and not my Jesus, and I get to draw the 4th one. I get to draw the 4th one here, and at this point it's like almost unwinnable for my opponent, because I have all 4 Blackbeards. I have 2 life. I have a Jesus on the field, and it's like, okay. He used also 1 Blackbeard to attack. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards on his hand, and I do have 3 characters to attack. So I was like, okay, you know what, you have 5, even if I don't get to kill you this turn, I will not die on the next one. So I was like, okay, I will go 5, and he gives me 1 counter. Then I go 12, he gives me his small blocker, his Vasco. Then I go, let's see, I'm considering if I want to attack with my Jesus. Then I attack him with my Blackbeard. He gives me another card, and he blocks with one of his Blackbeards. And now I was considering either playing a Vasco and a Jesus, or play another 10 cost Blackbeard at this point, or even, of course, go and KO one of his Blackbeards. You see, he brought back his Vasco. He asked me about if he could, instead of sacrificing Vasco, use one of his teachers, and of course I said yes, he could do that. So he used his second teach by teaching a card, and that's why he has only 3 left, but he has one more blocker here, and that's the Vasco one. And at this point I attack him also with my Jesus, and of course I used also my stage in order to put one more card in the trash, and now my Jesus Burgess is buffed to 11k, and I attach also 4 dons to him. He's now at 14, I think, and then I play a Vasco shot and another Jesus. So I was like, I'm now, you know what, you have 3 characters and your leader, and I do have like 1,000 cards in my hand. I do have a Vasco, I do have a big teach, I do have 2 lives. It's really hard for my opponent here to come back. What he does here is he plays, he uses his stage, he grabs another teach, another 10 cost teach, his last teach, I think. We still got 2 of them in our hands, and he plays the 4th one. So now he has all 4 of them, and he decides to freeze one of my teaches. And now he has 3 big attacks and one small with his leader. First he goes with his leader, I give him 1k. Then he goes with one of the teaches, I give him my small blocker. Then he goes again with one of his teaches to my life, and I take that. And then he goes with his last teach, I think, to my life again. And I was like, okay, next turn I'm going for game. So what I will do here is I will take also the last one. So I took the last one. Oh, I forgot here to update the teach life left. So it's like 0 now, guys. It's like 0. But of course he can't do anything at this point, because on my turn he has only 1 blocker, and I have like 1, 2, 3, 4 attacks plus my leader. So it's like unwinnable for him. It's like unwinnable for him. And this is also to consider, for you to consider, that when you play your mirror match against another teach, it doesn't matter if you chain all of your teaches, because it's also really important to somehow manage your hand, to have as many cards as possible, manage your life. Don't take life carelessly, especially in the mirror, because you will need this life in the end. And also, if you play small Vasco blockers, use them. Use them. Why? Because you can play your Vasco blockers and an extra character on this turn, like let's say a Jesus, or like 2 Jesuses. So this was it for today, guys. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Thank you all for watching, and smash this like button if you liked the video. Write me down on the comment section below what you think about this video, what you think about this gameplay, if you liked it, if you didn't like it. I'm always happy to hear and answer your comments. Thank you for watching one more time. Peace, guys.